In that sense, if the clergy in particular, the Islamic clergy has exploited in a way religious sentiments to build this separatist identity at one level, is the problem today that you have those who speak the language of a Hindu Rashtra, which give the minorities a sense, or the Muslims a sense, that they are not getting equal citizenship in terms of the Indian state discriminating against them, again, because of the language being used, the words being
Sir,
used.
how much more time we have?
We have 9 minutes and 30
You have
seconds.
9 minutes. I will try to sum it up as soon as possible. When you say Hindu Rashtra, Hindu is a word which has not been used in any of our scripture. This was a word which was, everybody admits it, even Swami Vivekananda has written, that the problem with us, please pay attention to what I'm saying. We were ruled for long period of time by people, when I say foreigner, I do not mean in a negative sense. When I say foreigner, I am using in a sense that they were not familiar with Indian ethos and Indian philosophy and Indian viewpoint. Indian civilization was never defined by religion. All other civilizations in the world were defined either by religion, mostly by religion, but also before that by race, by language. Indian civilization, 4,000, 5,000, we do not know exactly when this journey began, but it was never defined by religious faith. Indian scriptures say, Bharteshu Striya Purusho Nana Varna Pirkirtite Nana Dev Archane Yukta Nana Karmani Kurvate. The Indian women and men, they belong to different races. They worship different gods. They practice different rituals and customs. So when we use the problem with I have said, I'm going to use the word foreigner. They were not familiar with Indian ethos. Their own attitude was the civilization, the background that was defined by religion. Therefore, they had to use a word which symbolized, which was used more in the sense of religious faith. Therefore, they used the term Hindu. But the Indian thought leaders were never satisfied with that appellation. That is why in the Constituent Assembly, the Hindu, Sikh, Jain, Buddhist, they were included in the definition of Hinduism, making it amply clear that term Hindu does not mean uniformity of belief or uniformity of practices in the matters of religion. Therefore, sir, Hindu Raj, there is nothing. Yes, there are, in India, there has never been a theocracy. So when you say Hindu Rashtra, you are actually equating Hindu Rashtra with kind of Muslim theocracy or Christian theocracies which have existed in the past, and somewhere they are still existing. Hamare yahan to in India, I was surprised. I myself was not aware. About 4 or 5 months back, I read a shlok somewhere, and I was surprised to see that they have created the source which has been mentioned there. They claim that this is a Vedic sutra. It says, Pashand, Nagam, Shreni, Puga, Virat, Guna, Dishu, Sarrat, Chet, Samyam, Raja, Durge, Janpade, Tatha. Now, this is a Vedic sutra which is saying that Pashand, those who deny Veda, Nagam, those who believe in Veda, or for that matter, anybody, it is the duty of the political system of the Raja to provide equal protection to each one of them. Give me one example. Just a minute. In Pakistan, yes, there is need to have minority rights. Why? because there is ceiling on those who are not Muslims. They cannot aspire for certain positions. They are discriminated against. But in India, it is not only our constitution who gives us equal rights, but more than that, our cultural heritage. The Indian civilization has no concept of discriminating on the basis of the religion. Therefore, to link the two, I find preposterous.